Coming up today, after a long wait, construction has finally come to McKinney North. We'll give you the details.
A local business is popping into homecoming.
And we'll meet one teacher who won't let her disability stand in her way.
All this and more starting right now on NTV.
Good morning, McKinney North High School. I'm Julian Esparza.
And I'm Rachel Jones.
Shortly before the school year began, workers were already busy renovating the school. Some students wondered why construction didn't start earlier in the summer. McKinney ISD Director of Construction, Corey Gilliland, says that the project ran into some troubles with the city code.
Typically, the beginning of summer is what we do like. We did, however, run into a few glitches with the city of McKinney as far as getting our building permit. So we can't get started before we have a permit in hand, and so that process took a little longer than anticipated.
Gilliland says that the new renovations will enhance students' experience at school.
We are creating new open areas, new collaboration spaces that will help with the students to be able to get together in small groups or large groups. To be able to work together, we'll have some technology enhancements as well that will help things out. And then also just the new spaces for the CTE that should give you a better experience.
While there has been a few minor inconveniences so far, Gilliland says that as construction moves inside, some classes could have to move locations.
Possibly whenever we start renovations to the interior, there will be some shifting around of some classes, but shouldn't be anything that puts you out other than your existing location.
Miss Adams' World History classroom shares a wall with the front exterior construction, and she says that although at times the sound of construction can be bothersome, the results will be worth the wait.
I mean, we obviously know that with the construction, we're going to get a lot of cool things coming to North, so it's a temporary issue that we're having to deal with, so I think in the end, it's going to be all worth it.
Gilliland asks for patience as the renovations continue, and he says that he hopes new additions will boost school pride.
We really want students to be proud of where they go to school. We want to give them the best learning experience that we can as a district. Just bear with us. We'll be here all year long, so don't get too aggravated if we put you out too much, but the end result will be great and we think you'll like it.
The $17.5 million project is projected to be completed in August 2016.
Mom and Popcorn, a fixture in downtown McKinney, sponsors Homecoming Movie Night. Liam Gahan has more on how this local shop gives back to the community.
Since opening its doors in 1906, Mom and Popcorn has become one of the most successful small businesses in downtown McKinney, and the store's owner believes it's important to give back to the community that helped them succeed.
School programs, right now I've tried to work with a lot of schools as far as for fundraising, and mainly as from a business standpoint, working with schools helps because every child that grows up, they grew up in McKinney, especially in the last 10 years, there's kids that are now in college that Mom and Popcorn is something that they remember when they were a little kid.
The biggest thing about partnering with Mom and Pops is the fact that they're a family business in McKinney, so it's a local business that we can help promote, but they're also very supportive. They give great deals and are more than happy to help us whenever we need them.
Though the idea of a movie night may seem unorthodox to some, both Mom and Popcorn and the Stuco Cabinet believe strongly in this event.
We think it only fits to have popcorn available, and so having Mom and Pops just seemed like the perfect fit.
Well, Mom and Pops has come to us and offered us a great deal. They've partnered with us just knowing that what we're doing is good for the community and good for the kids.
This is Liam Gahan, James Robinson, and Kendrick Willis for NTV.
The new sign language teacher is a McKinney North graduate, but that's not the only thing that makes her unique. Sarah Taylor has more.
At the age of 13, American Sign Language teacher Miss Knappich was diagnosed with a rare disease.
I have a disease called eosinophilic esophagitis. It is where eosinophils, which are white blood cells, attack any food that I eat. My body recognizes food as a virus, which makes it hard to swallow or breathe or talk at certain points in time, so I have surgery 3 times a year to stretch my throat out.
When complications from her disease caused hearing loss, Ms. Knappich was able to rely on her love for ASL.
I became interested in ASL when I was younger. I saw a deaf person in my class who had an interpreter. I thought it was really cool and I was really interested. I became friends with that person and I just kind of picked it up from there.
Unlike many, Ms. Knappich not only teaches at North, but it is also her alma mater.
I loved being a student here. I was involved in a lot of things. Some of my favorite memories involve some of the teachers who are still here.
She was one of those really smart kids who wasn't happy with a 99. She wanted to know what she could do to make a 100.
Our best is the least we can do. That was her attitude all the time way before we had this creed. She worked very, very hard. She got a great work ethic.
Knappich explains that in many ways, her classroom brings a unique twist to the learning experience.
I love that my classroom is different than other classes. I like that you come in here and there are no desks, we sit down, we play games, we don't do a lot of paperwork because that doesn't really help your sign language proficiency. It's a lot of use of the language and a lot of building your skills immediately.
Ms. Knappich says that her career in teaching will fulfill her hopes of spreading awareness of ASL.
That it's not just an easy language, it's closer in structure and grammar to Japanese than it is to English. Just all of that awareness and spreading that out there is really important to me, so teaching it in high school kind of gets that started for some people.
Even in the midst of ongoing hardship, Ms. Knappich's outlook on life is far from negative.
Even when people say, I hope you feel better, that's not really on the horizon. That is just kind of how it is day to day. So you just have to learn to be positive about it. And I think that's really affected me because I've learned to be positive about a lot of things that people would find very negative.
This has been Sarah Taylor for NTV.
And now here's Taylor Tokars with sports.
Thanks, Rachel. The varsity football team is starting off their season with a 3-0 record, and they're going into the bye week as the only undefeated team in the district. Coach Mike Fetchy believes that this is a good time for a week off.
It's huge. We need it bad. We need to heal up. We're banged up pretty good. We got to heal up, use the bye week to do that, use the bye week to lock in on our grades, and to catch our breath because we're fixing to hit a stretch where it becomes pretty much of a marathon. So we got to be ready for that.
Next Friday, they play Wiley East at Wiley. The game will kick off at 7:30. The varsity volleyball team is well into their season with a record of 7-7. This is an improvement from their record at this time last year when they were just under 500. They play tonight in Wiley at 5:30. The varsity tennis team is keeping its tradition of winning alive. They're off to an impressive start to their team season with a record of 7-2. Today they played J.J. Pierce at 4 o'clock in Richardson. That's all for sports. Now back to you.
Hey Rachel, do you know which very important holiday is tomorrow?
No, I don't.
Well, Matthew Abels does, and he's in the hallways this week celebrating the 20th anniversary of International Talk Like a Pirate Day.
How are you celebrating International Talk Like a Pirate Day? Aye!
Arg!
Bozos? Have you seen Blackbeard's buried treasure anywhere?
Probably not.
Oh, thank you. Have you guys seen Blackbeard's buried treasure?
Oh, download my mixtape!
If ye desire to be the captain, what be the way?
Captain of what?
My pirate ship. 5 knots per hour. The speed limit is 5 knots per hour. You are currently traveling at 8 knots per hour. What do you have to say? Do you want some flapjacks?
Do I want some flapjacks?
Flapjacks.
Like pancakes?
If ye desire to be the captain, what be the way?
I don't know.
Walk the plank. Have you seen Blackbeard's buried treasure anywhere? I cannot find it. Oh no. What does the ocean say when it sees the shore?
It just waves.
Oh my goodness. Ahoy, matey.
What's good?
What are you listening to? Pirated music?
Yeah.
Oh! The speed limit is 5 knots per hour. You are currently traveling at 8 knots per hour. What do you have to say for yourself? You need to travel in my pirate ship. My pirate ship does not speed in any way, shape, or form. Oh, you're going the right speed, sir. Excellent job. What's next? Aye, aye, Captain. Have you ever heard of Davy Jones' locker?
SpongeBob!
Yeah, come on. You want to go find it?
Yes.
Come on. Ahoy. Come on. Lead the way. Come on. Get in my pirate ship. We're going to sail to Davy Jones' locker. This is your telescope. You got to look out the way. Point, Katie Jones Walker. Look, uh-oh, we're encountering rough seas. You need to do an excellent...
Well, it looks like we've lost Matthew there, but something tells me we'll be hearing from him again.
Well, that's all we have for you today.
For more news and sports information, you can find us on Twitter, Snapchat, and YouTube at MNHS NTV.
Thanks for watching.
And have a great weekend, Bulldogs.